Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander, and it is opening weekend for Thor: Love and Thunder, a movie that I was looking forward to with some trepidation. And this is why. So when I heard that not only was there going to be a new Thor, but it was also a Taika Waititi production, I was a little apprehensive because I was not that big of a fan of Ragnarok. I have since come to appreciate some bits of it, but overall, for me, it just struck a weird note, and I know exactly why. And it was the type of comedy that they were bringing to the movie itself and to the franchise. And it's a type of comedy, it's just not my bag. I'm not into slapstick. I'm not into silly necessarily. There was too many moments when we were having some really good character development, and then it would be undercut by just a really cheap joke that went on 5 beats too long. So for every little brilliant moment we had, like get help, we had too many moments of Valkyrie falling off the gangplank, or Thor throwing a ball and it comes back and hits him in the head, or Bruce not turning to Hulk smashing to the bridge. Just not my cup of tea. Also, I felt Hela was kind of not needed. The Warriors 3 were done dirty. Karl Urban, so underutilized. So as far as Ragnarok itself, again, not a fan, so I'm going, are we going to get more of the same with Love and Thunder? So also, on top of that, this week, we saw all those reviews come out, like Rotten Tomatoes, low score. People were not enjoying it. I think I saw one headline that said worst MCU movie ever. I think that's Iron Man 3. Anyway, I stopped watching trailers and whatnot after the first one because I want to be surprised when I go in. And my whole goal when I go into the movie is I just want to be entertained. So, trying not to give away too many spoilers, was I entertained for Thor: Love and Thunder? Yes, I was. Delightfully so. I actually liked it way better than Ragnarok. And again, this is why. It's the comedy. So we did get a few, actually, I don't think we got very many, if at all, slapsticky kind of jokes. There were a few comedic bits that maybe went on a little too long. But after the first 5-10 minutes, it's campy. It is campy as hell. And when I realized, oh, I think they're really going for it, and they're just going to stick with this tonality through the whole thing. And they did. And I think that's why, for me, it worked. Once I figured out how they were driving the ship, I'm like, okay, I can settle in for the ride and be cool. Is Thor himself a little over melodramatic? Yes. Oh my gosh. So melodramatic.
Well, you're right.
Such a drama queen is Thor. But I was able to roll and get to it because basically all of his internal monologue was all just spewing forth from his face. So you can kind of get on board with it. Valkyrie, badass. As always, I was kind of sad though to see that New Asgard has become into like this cruise ship touristy attraction that was just, it broke my heart. It broke my heart. But we had some really great action scenes. The music, come on, there's so much Guns N' Roses and metal in there. It was great. I was concerned how Christian Bale Gore was going to fit in because he's an actor and so dramatic. And are we going to how is this dark and spooky character going to fit in with the kaleidoscope of crazy pants that is the new Thor world? And it actually meshed. It meshed okay. It was fine for me. He wasn't as dark and spooky actor as I was feared. So it was okay. For me, it meshed. It was fine. You get the motivation for Gore in the first 30 seconds. You're like, okay, I get it. And then you can roll with it. So Natalie Portman, I understand, can be a tough sell for some people. She's fine. I don't know. For me, personally, she's fine. Was she needed? I don't think so. I think Thor could have gotten the same journey without Jane. Some bits of it were fun, and I think she was having a good time with the role in certain aspects of it. I don't mind Natalie Portman. If you do, she's in it quite a bit. If you don't mind her, you'll be fine with it. The only thing that did strike me as really, really odd visually was the suit. Sometimes it seemed like the suit was wearing her. She didn't quite walk right. And it might have been a character choice because she's kind of new to being the mighty Thor. But as compared to like Valkyrie, that suit is on her. You can tell it's just second skin. She's living it. The Thor suit kind of felt odd. So it might have been a character thing. If it wasn't, though, it was jarring. So another thing I found interesting is when you look at the movies we have had and the television we've had lots of dark, dramatic, WandaVision, Loki even, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, the world is dire doom. We're changing to fit this new world thing. We're trying new things. It's going awry. Things are breaking. This Thor is not like that at all. No, it is completely separated for the most part from the MCU that we've been seeing for the last 2 years. Okay, fine. Also, it is a completely different tone than Thor 1. So polar opposite. So if you didn't like Thor 1, you might like this one. If you really, really like that tone, this is going to be a change. Oh, it's going to be a change of pace for you. Whoa, is it a change of pace? It is so loud. It is so bright. It's so in your face. Okay, the one joke they did take too far, I will kind of not spoil this one, is we have the goats. The goats are in the movie. The goats are in the movie a lot, and they scream. They scream all the time. So on the one hand, I'm like, oh my God, can the goats stop screaming? But then another part of me is going, that's commitment of having that joke go all through the film. So here's my thing. As I always try to say, should you spend money to go to the theater? Because I took a bunch of teens with me, and that was $50 like that and popcorn. So should you spend your money to see Thor: Love and Thunder in a theater? Sure. Matinee, definitely, because it is such a big spectacle. You might need that really big screen to take it all in. The Omniscient City scene alone, so many details in there. I'm sure somebody, New York Stars, is going to be like frame by frame, here's all the things that you see. So if you are a fan of the Taika Waititi level of comedy, you will love this. Go see it in the theater. You will have a good time. If it's not for you, I still think you should see it eventually. Just maybe not shell out $20 a ticket for it, but just go. Be prepared to be drifted along on a crazy boat pants water ride, and I still think you'll have a good time. So there's some really good comedic moments in it, some great flashbacks from previous Thor things, some interesting directions I think it's gonna go. I'm not sure how it's gonna play out, but overall it is a fun ride, and I'm glad I went to go see it. Yeah, so there we go. I hope that helps you out planning your weekend plans. I do appreciate when you come and spend these few minutes with me. So if you have not yet already, hit subscribe. And if you have hit subscribe, thanks so much. But I want to see you again because there's lots more adventures to come. So thank you. Have 5 seconds of joy for yourself, and we'll see you soon. So until next time, y'all.